used to walk around with my collar being wet and my shirt turning all white. Okay. All right, so you've got the machine on. It automatically comes up, it looks like this. So right here where the number 2 is a new patient button. Push that. Okay, this is only coming out because I took a couple of images. I'm just gonna say no to that. So this is the screen that you get. You can, if you want to change your transducer, the exam type or the preset, you can do so here with drop downs. So if you wanted to switch and say, oh, I'm doing a calf, switch to this one.
Okay.
Okay.
Be nice if you had a bit. You could just touch it like that.
Yeah, like an iPad.
You know, the only problem that I've seen with that, there is a system out there that does that, but if you have gloves on, or your hands are cold, or you've got junk on your gloves, it doesn't work. So, you know, it's just, this is just like your computer at home with a mouse. Okay, so you would put the patient's name in here, last, first. If you have an accession number, you can enter it there. Any identifying information, date of birth. You get all of that in, so let's say test. Okay, that's all that I want to know. Do you type anything in the comments? Okay. Okay, scroll down to exit with your trackball, hit set, and you're ready to scan. And now your ID information comes up here. Okay, right. Now,
Okay, go ahead.
I have it set to come up on a full image display, and I assume that that's what you want. Okay. If you should want it smaller, I've set up F1. You have 2 buttons here, F1 and F2. And if you toggle that, it's going to give you your scanning information here, and it will store your last 3 pictures here. And it's as simple as just toggling F1.
Okay, now let's say we want to go to carotid again. We just hit carotid, and then we want to go back to arterial. Okay.
Okay, well that was for the arm, so that would be like to place a line.
No, I want lower extremity.
Okay, so I set that up as femoral. Do you want it as femoral, or you want me to type? You want me to change that to say our lower extremity? I'll change that for you. Okay, so it'll be right there.
Okay. All right. So let's go look at your
Carotid?
popliteal.
My papa.
Your popliteal. You got something going on with your
Do you have
pop?
a pencil?
No.
Oh, okay.
So carotid. Well, we already did it, so I don't know if we have to do it again.
Okay.
We could just practice on the road for that.
Okay, let me look through this here. So that applications, you know the applications. You told me what you use. You're going to have these plugged in all the time because you have 2 transducers and you have room for 3.
Right, so those are always there.
Uh-huh.
And if I want to do a venous,
That would be for... Okay, we have 6 here. So I can change one of these that you're not...
let's go to just EVLT. That's what we use mostly for.
Okay. But if you'd like me to change another one of these, if you don't do arms or you don't do arterials, like for pedal access, I can change one of these. You do? Okay. How about aorta?
We do.
Okay. The issue that I see with this is that there's no abdominal probe here.
Okay. Well, we don't use aorta very often.
Okay.
That's primarily, but I would leave it there for now.
Okay. So
on EVLT, can you change it to RFA, or does it have to say
RFA? No, I
Yeah.
can change it to that. Sure. RFA and lower extremity
And lower
venous.
extremity,
Absolutely. I mean lower
So
extremity
we'll
arterial.
just choose the appropriate.
Yes. I've set it
It
up,
should be an LA.
which is venous calf.
Okay.
And now you're ready to
And
go
it
on
should
the
be
calf.
with this one.
That's on the L83
Mhm.
because it's listed here. If
Right.
you
No,
want
no,
it,
that's fine. That's all we
Okay.
need. Yep.
If you
We
want
don't- we're not going to use that except for like open carotid interrogation. right?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or, maybe arm vein or something. I don't know.
Something that's superficial.
Yeah.
Okay. So, okay, let's say you have taken your pictures that you wanted, and now you're done with the test. Okay. You need to end the exam. So there's an end exam button up here. Push that. Do you want to close it? Yes, I do. Set. It's closed. Now, if you would like to go and look at the images that you took, there's an archive button right next to end exam. Push archive, and all the tests that you did are going to come up there. So by highlighting it, scrolling down to open, and hitting set, it's going to show us all the images that we took. So you can then scroll over to whichever image you want to look at, hit set, and it'll bring it up full screen.
Okay. So now I just want to be able to get back to the images. So go back to
Okay,
archive.
you can hit archive and that will take you out of it.
So even when we first log in to the computer or to the thing, I just want to look at all of, all the images. Just hit archive.
Mm-hmm.
There it goes. I'll save them all.
Yes,
Okay.
yes. And this is your storage capacity here, and that's completely open right now.
Get up there. He's one of ours. Isn't he?
We might have, I think I might have used it to vein map him.
Oh, okay.
Let's see if we can
And then
We
scroll
actually
to
entered in the
open
data on it.
scroll to open.
down here.
Oh, okay.
Hit set.
Let's see if that- No, I think
Okay, it's just his
Yeah.
Oh, you just
information.
put it in. Okay. Well, we can delete that. That's not fair enough.
Okay.
Delete something.
Okay. So you're going to go to archive,
Mhm.
highlight it, scroll down to delete. It's not going to automatically do it here, so if you make a mistake, it's okay. It's going to make you tell it again, yes, I definitely want to delete this. Hit set. Gone.
Okay. I think that's pretty much it. Do you see anything else on here that we need right now?
Let me go through this.
End exam.
How about annotations?
Yeah, yeah.
You type on the, okay, just hit your space bar and that will bring up your text key. You can type in anything you want to.
Mhm.
To back up letter by letter, you hit this back arrow here.
Mhm.
If you want to remove everything on the screen, shift, delete text.
Mhm.
If you want to just delete the word, you can just hit delete word.
Okay.
Okay.
Can you move it around the screen?
Yes, you can. So you've got your text. You can now move it to wherever you want it
Okay,
to.
Just with that.
I
Mhm.
hit set
Mhm.
wherever it lands,
Yes.
but it'll automatically come up to the top.
It's going to go to home, yes, automatically.
Okay, and then what's the arrow? Is that
The arrow is if you want to highlight something.
okay?
Now I can change that. I can make it a thicker arrow if you'd like. Now, see it says arrow graphic positioning. So now hit set. And now it's rotating. So now
Okay.
now it turns around. It's kind
Oh,
of
that's
fun.
cool.
Mhm.
Yeah. And
So-
then you can put the text right above it. So now write something underneath there. Is it like
go
set it where
back
you
to
want it
text
and then
on.
just like put.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
All right.
I was gonna write
Text.
something, yeah.
Type it first
but
and
I
then go
wanted you
your.
to put the
Arrow.
text right on the arrow.
But when you go and hit text, it's going to take the arrow off. So if you put your text first and then do your arrow, it will be fine.
Okay.
So say you wanted to show something over here. You type your text, move your arrow over here.
So how do you keep the arrow there?
Well, bring it over, bring the arrow over, and then hit set,
And then hit set.
and then you can change the orientation of it now
Right.
by toggling.
Right.
And then let's say we're happy with that, hit set again.
hmm And
Okay.
then you don't even have to hit set again. You can just stop,
Okay.
and it's fine.
Where does
And-
it? How does it stay there though? It's
It just stays there until you move it.
Well, hit set for 1 second. That's what happens. Now we're done with this. We want to save that image now.
Store.
Store. That's good.
So you want to type first, set your arrow second. Because if you try to set your arrow first, when you go to type, it's going to take the arrow away.
Okay.
Okay.
Great.
Okay. And do you want me to leave it thin and green? I can make it.
No, green's fine.
Okay. You want it a thicker arrow?
No,
Okay.
that's good.
All right.
I
Okay.
think the only thing we wanted was low arterial and RFA.
Yes. So we'll get that for you. I changed your time. I can show you how to do that. So when the time changes, you can fix that real easy. So you go to setup here.
Mhm.
Scroll down to System Setup, hit Set, go to Display, Time, and now you can change it,
Okay.
and the date if you need to, but hopefully that won't be a problem. And then of course you have to apply your changes. And then you hit Setup and you're out of it again. Okay. So we talked about optimize, we talked about this.
Now, when you bring up the study that you want, like carotid or anything, you always hit optimize, don't you? As like the first thing that you do.
Once you put it on there.
Once you put it on the
yeah.
structure. Okay.
At the very least, tap, quick tap,
Okay.
okay? You may find that when you hit optimize and you hit and hold it and it does it, that you don't like the way it looks, a quick double tap will take you completely out of it.
Okay.
Okay, so that's a nice little trick because sometimes people just don't image well, you know?
Okay.
Okay, so that was Cine. If you freeze, you can scroll back through your frames here. If you want to get to a specific place, if you say, okay, I know I had it, but now I don't, you can freeze it and just scroll until you get to where you want to go.
How do you get rid of go back to text and then delete?
You don't even need to hit text.
Okay.
You just hit delete word and it will take it off for you. We try to make it as one button as possible. Okay. Say you want to gain access into an artery or a vein, and you have difficulty seeing the edge of that vein or artery. You can hit menu. Well, actually, I set your button up, your F2 button here for edge. F2 is set up for edge. So look, if you see here, gain is the brightness mode, and that I'm changing by turning this little rotary dial. Edge, you can adjust up to 3 or down to 0. Now, edge of 0 is going to make it real smooth, so if you want to see that edge and you're not seeing it well, move it up to a 2 or a 3. Okay. You don't have an image width. Zoom. Say you have an image. Okay, say I want to, I see something here. Oh my gosh, what is that? Let's see. So get your color or your box over it, hit zoom again, and it will bring it up